Free Body Physical Therapy here at Two Olives Tattoo. We're going to take a look at Robin. She's a tattoo artist and she's been having a lot of problems with her neck and shoulder. And so we're going to go in and kind of correct their postures to kind of help them, and hopefully other people can kind of correct it on their own. Let's check it out.
If you look at her neck, she's kind of like this and tilted. So instead of being straight, she's tilted like 30 degrees. So if you sustain that tilt for 30 degrees, your brain's going to want to tighten this to protect you from almost like collapsing forward. So then this starts to get tight and you're like, why is this tight? I need a massage. But the root cause is you're holding that tilt for so long. So the goal would be, okay, well, if you have to hold the tilt, let's strengthen the back, let's strengthen the neck. So you put that much less pressure at the bottom of the neck and less stress in through the joints and through the nerves. Another common problem with tattoo artists is while they're sitting, they shift their body weight. So they're kind of like shifted. So when they shift from like the middle and the upper part of their lower back, and they just create this motion where it's just like this for 10 minutes, couple minutes, 20 minutes, and they start having back pain, they start having pain in the back, it starts almost referring into the leg, it can go into the front of the hip, it can go into the buttock. But by sitting on a kind of like a little ball chair like this, versus like a stool, you're less likely to shift, and you can prevent this area from getting aggravated. So it's another thing to consider as a tattoo artist. Trying to just square up to whatever. Look at her hips. Her knee is tucked underneath her, so it's probably not the best because you're kind of like torquing the hip, torquing the knee a little bit. The goal is for your hip to be slightly above your knee, so it's not a 90-degree angle and your hip's not sunken below, but your hip's just slightly above the knee, if possible. Sometimes it's not possible, it is what it is, with your feet flat in front of you. The majority of your weight should be on your sits bone, not on your tailbone and not on like the back of your thigh. Notice with Robin that she likes to, her shoulder likes to collapse forward a little bit, and her other shoulder like this. So if you're in these postures for extended periods of time, you start to aggravate your bicep tendon, your rotator cuff tendon. Her neck, instead of sometimes being straight, she kind of starts leaning it forward. And all that's going to do is, over time, you can start having issues at the bottom of your neck. So instead of this position, the goal is bring the shoulders back a little bit. So she very minimally tightens up between her shoulder blades, just like a little bit. And instead of her neck being like this, she just kind of brings it back and gently relaxes the neck. And she'll notice over time, her neck starts to drift towards the tattoo. And she just wants to kind of bring it back. You don't want to start doing this motion like someone's trying to kiss you. But you also just want to bring it back just like a little. So instead of this, you just want to be up and be in those positions. Maybe take a little break, move the shoulders around, and go back to doing
Some exercises that may benefit a tattoo artist, not to treat a specific injury, but hopefully preventatively. Think about opening your back up and strengthening the middle of the back. So some things you can easily do, go find some big chair, counter, arms like this, and just lean back. My forearms are straight that way, they're parallel with each other. And I can even do this too. And I'm feeling stretching here, and I'm feeling it in through there. Another good one, go up against the counter. I just pick this big chair, and you're just turning like this. You're not trying to crank the lower back, just the middle of your back is turning. You're not overdoing it. Those are two things to open up the back, some mobility exercises. Other things you can do, palm up, and just reach up. Hold it for a couple seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, then come back down, maybe do that 10 times. So you can do maybe 10 reps, holding each one for 3 to 5 seconds. When that becomes easier, do 10-second holds. And if you can't do palm up because it's too hard, do thumb up. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just for all the tattoo artists out there, just avoid shearing the neck forward, collapsing the shoulder, and putting the stress on the lower back. The exercises are there, it's not an all-inclusive list, just things you can do preventatively to turn muscles back on and kind of open other areas up. If you truly have neck pain or back pain, I would seek the advice of a professional, a physical therapist, so you can tackle the root cause of the issue. Try to avoid going online and typing in 3 best exercises for neck pain, 3 best exercises for low back pain. It doesn't exist. If you call your mechanic and say there's a problem with the engine, he's not going to tell you just change the spark plugs and the oil and you'll be fine. It doesn't make any sense. He has to take a look at the car. Someone has to take a look at the body. So that way you just avoid a prolonged period of the pain and you can just kind of tackle it right away. Sorry for being so direct, but I am Latino. Once again, I'm Marc with Free Body Physical Therapy. Un abrazo.